So I think it's afternoon now. So good afternoon. I want to start my reflection by looking back at 2021. So my 2021 key verse was Ephesians 4:32, which reads, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you." Taking a look back at the year of 2021, my first thought is that the year was chaotic and out of place. In early January, my high school was just beginning to shift back to in-person. My life was completely consumed by two activities: school and video games. I found myself playing Minecraft in every second of my free time, even free time that should be used on finishing schoolwork. This often resulted in procrastinating homework and even delaying meals in order to obtain the newest item in the game. As soon as I returned to school, the day after writing my Keyverse reflection for 2021, I forgot my Keyverse. It became another piece of useless knowledge sitting in the back of my mind, shoved back by more important priorities. This habit of procrastination and gaming continued and even got worse once school ended. Without other distractions, I could finally game all day and live out the life of my dreams, or so I thought. I remember my jaw dropping when I told that I'd be going on Bible camp in August. No matter the protesting and whining, however, my mom forced both me and my brother through the registration process. I clearly remember packing the night before, scrambling to get the things on the list into our bags. And even if I was complying, I still made sure to wake up early the next morning to log into my game and minimize the loss that I'd reluctantly be taking. We attended the camp as junior counselors, not as campers. Each day would look something like this. We would serve breakfast, do the dishes, clean every bathroom on the camp, including toilets, which by the way was disgusting. Okay, anyway, then you'd do varied work on the camp for an hour, serve lunch, do the dishes for lunch, do varied work for another hour, and then have 3 hours of free time and fellowship, which would be very important. Serve dishes, do dishes, serve dinner, do dishes, and many other varied activities and jobs throughout the day. With all that chaos, two things stood out to me. We began the day with personal devotions and ended the day with group devotions. This camp for 3rd through 5th graders was growing my faith and kindness. I might not have realized it at the moment, but God was working through this camp to help me grow in kindness and to develop a servant-like mindset. The week that I resented would end up becoming my favorite week of the entire year. I returned home and played my game again, but the game was just less fun. The satisfaction I got from my game paled in comparison to fellowship with others and, more importantly, God. I ended up quitting that game right before I ended up going to Northwestern, a Christian university. And because of that camp, I had an avid desire to meet and talk with people and ended up meeting a group of quirky guys and girls that I can now call my friends. While writing this reflection, I was completely dumbfounded at how God had worked in my life this year. I was initially reluctant to write about my year. I thought that there'd be nothing compared to other more impressive reflections or more filled reflections. But God ended up surprising me. I still play video games during my free time, and although not every second, I still do more than I'd like. But I believe that God helped me grow in kindness, even when I had forgotten Him and His word for me that year. In the year 2021, God helped me grow in maturity, wisdom, and even grow a little tiny desire for God. Looking forward to the year of 2022, I decided to examine my daily life. I noticed that I cared for my friends on campus to a large extent. I would buy my friends meals when they had forgotten to eat, or just sit with a friend and listen to them vent about how hard their classes were or how bad their professors were. Reflecting on this desire to help and serve, my 2022 key verse is Mark 10:45, which reads, "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." This year, I want my servant-like mindset, which God planted in me through the camp last year, to grow and become a bigger part of my life. I want to extend my servant mindset not just to my school friends, but also to my family and others less important in my life. This means, to me, redefining humility, learning forgiveness, and striving to put others above myself. I pray that in the year 2022, God will help me learn humility and servantship once again through His plan and not mine. Thank you.